Hey everyone, Jordan here from Iron and Grit, and in this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about how you can level up your life by looking at things holistically, taking a look at the big picture and all the components within it, and putting them all together to make a well-oiled machine. Work-life balance is a thing that's in the past and it's not coming back, so you need to find a way to create harmony with all the things that you do in order to be the most successful that you possibly can. Everyone wears a lot of hats these days, and this episode hopefully will show you how to wear those hats at the appropriate time without looking like a clown and pulling off what you want to get done. Good morning, everyone. Jordan here with the Iron and Grit podcast, and today I want to talk to you about fitness. Surprise! But not just fitness as far as training and lifting weights and eating clean and stuff like that. I want to talk to you about holistic fitness and what that is and why that's super important. But before we jump into what holistic fitness is, let's just talk about fitness. So what is fitness exactly? Well, there's a few meanings. It seems to have taken on this meaning that the more shredded you are, the more jacked you are, the more muscle tone that you have, the more fit you are. But that's not true. That's not necessarily true. What fitness is how well you fit, how well you integrate into your role. Either your role in society, your role at work, your role with your family, your role with life. That's what fitness is. Are you fit for your role? Fitness sounds like finesse. Like, how do you finesse yourself into it? How do you harmonize yourself with the chorus of life? That is what fitness is about. And that's why there is no cookie cutter workout routine or cookie cutter diet that works for everyone. Because everyone's life is different. We don't all have the same job. We don't all have the same family. We don't all have the same demands put on us. We all have those things, but they're not the same. They're not exactly the same. So what am I getting at here? What I'm saying is there's a lot of ways that you can be fit. And when we think about holistic fitness, if you put your life into several different categories, like you've got your family, you've got your job, you've got your hobbies, you've got your friends, you've got your health, you have other aspirations, right? So how well do you fulfill all of those roles or all of those categories in your life, and how do you feel about all those categories in your life? So maybe you're a perfect 10, you're perfectly healthy, you're perfectly fit, you look great, but you neglect your kids. So maybe you're 10 out of 10 in the health and fitness department, but if you neglect your kids, you're like a 3 out of 10. That would make you a physically fit person, but as far as your role as a parent or a role model, shepherding new life in this world, you're lagging. You'd have to pick that up, be unfit. So how do you get fit in that part of your life? The same way you get fit in the gym. I know it's a trite example, but it's easy to comprehend. You work at it, you try new things, and you take action every single day to get better. It's really as simple as that. So how well do you fit your role? I mean, as human beings, we're generalists. We adapt quickly to a lot of different things. We can fill different roles because of our intellect. Because over millions of years, we've made a lot of evolutionary trade-offs to be able to do a lot of things. To have lots of endurance, to have lots of mobility, to have a brain that put us on top of the food chain and made us masters of our own reality. So with that comes a lot of responsibility. The more roles you have in your life, the more you need to figure out a way to harmonize those roles. So for me, for example, I always wanted a career, I always wanted a business, I always wanted a body, I always wanted a hot babe, or hot wife, and a nice family, and a big bank account. 25, I had I had seeds of those things, but I'm giving myself too much credit. I didn't have anything close to that, really. Maybe the babe, kind of the body, but not really. I thought I did, but that was more of my ego, and I had a very narrow perspective. So, when I was 25, 26, I realized, holy shit, man, there is a big, big world out there, and I am barely even scratching the surface of it. And if I want to live my best life and live life to the fullest, I've got to become a better person. I've got to become a better person to have a better life. And that's what it's all about. Keep improving, get better. If you want to have a good job, if you want to be a manager somewhere, or you want to be the CEO, you have to elevate yourself. You must become a better person in order to do that. And it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take a lot of focus. And if you have family at home, if you have a serious girlfriend, or any relationships you're trying to build, how do you integrate those two things together? How do you do it? You know, your girlfriend, your wife, she has aspirations, she has expectations, she has needs from you. How do you keep the peace? You know, how do you keep her satisfied if you're working 16, 18 hours a day? That's up to you to decide. It takes a lot of communication, or maybe you make her your partner. Lay it out that way. You guys ebb and flow together. You'll find a way to make it work. So let's say you got a side hustle and you still work a full-time job. Definitely doable. Definitely doable. But how do you make it harmonize? How do you make them help each other? That's how do they fit together? How do you make them fit together as smoothly as possible so that 1 + 1 = 3, so that they integrate extremely well? And I think the best way to do that is to just find a job with like similar foundations, or if you have a job, you're working your job, right? You're bringing in money, and then you have your side hustle, you have your business that you're building. How do you create something in your business? Those skills, as you're building that business, are going to translate into your job. And then how do you take skills that you're gaining on the job that you can apply to your business? You see what I'm getting at here? They play off of each other well. And the cool thing about it is, it gives you a fresh perspective when you work on one or the other. So you're stuck on one, you're having a hard time making a breakthrough. You work on the other one at the appropriate time, and that could give you motivation, and you're making progress, that can make you feel good. So you feed off that energy, you feed off that progress, you pour it back into the opposite one, or the other one. Maybe it gives you a fresh perspective, you get a new idea, you try something new, and boom, you make your breakthrough. So why am I saying this? Because people have a lot on their plate. Everyone wants to start a new business these days. Or maybe you do, maybe you don't. A lot of people seem to. At least in the circles I've seen. Everybody's working still. Everybody's got a job. Most people have a significant other or a family. And most people want to be ripped too. So how do you fit all of that in? Well, if you want to be fit, and you want to have your finances in order, and you want to have the freedom of owning your own business, there's a way to intertwine all three of those together. Start a fitness business on the side, one where you have to be fit, otherwise you're just a schlub and a liar. That will motivate you to get to the gym, that'll benefit your business, and that'll also elevate your energy for your work, for your job. And all those skills that you gain in the gym and on your business and on your job are all going to play off of one another harmoniously. And so pick things that are compatible with one another, because you can have anything you want in life and as much of it as you want, as long as things play well together. If the things that you want are compatible, you can make them all happen, baby. And then find a way to bring your family into it. You know, make your significant other your partner, your business partner. Take your kids to the gym. There's so many opportunities nowadays. You can go traditional business, you can do new business with content creation, turn your kids into content. I see people use their kids as props all the time, and they make money from it. They're putting a video on YouTube of their kid doing something, like sneezing in a bowl of Cheerios, and then the Cheerios go everywhere, whatever. But it's definitely doable. So just a little ingenuity, a lot of desire, and finding ways to make everything that you're doing integrate is really how you make it all fit together, and how you stay fit in every role that you are partaking in your life. So that's my time for today, guys. I wish I had more time to expand on this. Maybe I'll probably have another podcast about fitness and true fitness, because I wanted to talk about different types of like physical fitness and mental fitness and how they all kind of tie together. But we'll get into that at some other time. But in the meantime, let me know what you thought of this podcast. Leave me a comment either here or let me know on my blog, ironandgrit.com. And check me out on Instagram at ironandgrit. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great day.